Welcome back to our music theory lessons. This is lesson 2. We are starting out on rhythm. Before we move on, if you pick out the worksheet for this lesson, you will see that there is a review question which asks you to find the notes, just the alphabet, of your voice part and write it in the review area of your worksheet. So if you are a soprano, you should be writing the very top notes of the treble clef, unless the stem indicates otherwise. If you are an alto, you should be writing the bottom notes on the treble clef staff, unless the stem indicates otherwise. If you are a tenor, you should be looking at the bass clef staff, look at the stems or that vertical line attached to the note if there are any ambiguities or if something is not clear. And same thing for the basses, you should be looking at the lowest note on the staff for your parts. You can pause the video here until you're ready to move on, after which I will show you the answers. So here are the answers. Hopefully you've got that right. There were some tricky ones, especially for the sopranos in there. Again, you can pause the video right here to double check and make sure you've got this before you move on. Today we're going to simplify and take it back and just focus on one tiny element of music, which is called rhythm. Now before we start, we need to establish what a beat is. The beat is basically the steady pulse that you feel in every piece of music that you sing or perform. You may not always hear this beat loud and clear, but you will 100% feel this beat as you're singing. It sort of feels like a steady pulse of a clock or a heartbeat, which is why I've used hearts to represent that there are 4 beats in each of the bars in this piece of music. Of course, especially when you're singing hymns, you're not going to hear the pulse out loud, but you will feel it as you sing it. Now, what lives inside these beats is the sound. The number of sounds per beat is denoted using these special symbols. This is the first one we're going to learn about. This is called the quarter note. When we're playing a percussion instrument or even reading the rhythm of a song, we just say ta. It takes up one whole beat, and whenever you see it, you make one sound on your instrument or your voice. The next pair of notes, these are 2 notes together, are called eighth notes, and because they are next to each other, they're beamed with that horizontal line that you see joining the 2 notes together. Every time we see these 2 notes in our reading or music, we call them ti, and together these 2 take up a whole steady beat, which means separated, they take up half a beat each. When you see these 2 symbols, you make 2 sounds on your instrument. Now, it's really important to understand that TT is not 2 tars put together, because TT actually looks like this when they're separated. These are 2 eighth notes separated, and they have something called a flag at the end of it to show that these are eighth notes. This single eighth note takes up half a beat, and if you see one by itself, you say T and make one short sound on your instrument or your voice. Pause the video right here and think about how you would say this rhythm and clap it. If you said ta, ti, ti, ta, 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 sh, you are absolutely right. This is the rhythm of an actual song that we sing in church, which will hopefully show you how this connects to what we see every week in our music booklets. So this song actually goes like this. As with gladness men of old. Now that we've got that down, it's time to test our knowledge and see if we've understood anything about reading rhythm. This is the fun part. If you have a percussion instrument in your house, then go ahead and find it and play along. If you have just your hands, use your hands and clap and say the rhythm so that you can practice reading rhythms at home. This resource that you're about to see was created by Visual Music Minds, so full credit to them. Alright, hope that was fun. Now that you've played that rhythm, make sure to complete the worksheet and complete this exit ticket as well, where you're going to create your own rhythm sequence using quarter notes and eighth notes. The one thing that you need to make sure is that there's exactly 4 beats in each bar. Remember that beamed eighth notes, 2 of them, are equal to 1 beat only. Finally, as a challenge, look for these notes in your music booklet and let's see if they start to make sense as you sing. That's a wrap for lesson 2 of For Music Theory Lessons. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.